Hello everybody. I decided to do a follow-up video to show the current state of my Dwarf fortress. I haven't played this game in a few days, but I wanted to make this video to show that I've managed to finally breach the caverns here. This is the third level of caverns, and as you can see, there are some trees growing down here called bloodthorn trees, which, according to the Dwarf Fortress wiki, they are the densest wood in the entire game. And that's all I see down here, except some mud, but I haven't really explored it or anything yet. That's a dead sapling. There's also these creepy crawler things, which I don't know what they are. I guess they're like they're like creepy crawling hand things. I guess like that thing in the Addams family or something like that. But anyway, once you breach the caverns, this stuff becomes endemic throughout your fortress. What's this? Creeping eye nail. It is spattered with creeping eye ichor. It is I don't know what that is, but anyway, this there's really evil things down here. Let's just put it that way. These trees, of course, that's another thing. But that's the only plants I'm seeing down here. But you know what the funny thing is? I went all the way down to here, and I hit this the semi-molten rock. When you dig and you hit this, your dwarves will stop mining, because beyond that is magma, and they know to stop. But you can hit it again, and then they will dig it, but then magma will flood through, and that actually happened here. I don't know how, but I was trying to get around the magma, because the funny thing is, I went all the way down to, what was it, 123, negative 123, and I never hit any caverns. I missed the first. There's supposed to be like 3 cavern layers, and I missed every single one all the way down to here. But I did reach the magma first before the caverns, which is weird, but anyway, I was trying to get around, trying to find a way around to find some sort of cavern or something, and I don't know how. I must have misclicked or something, but I accidentally breached the wall. I didn't mean to, but it happened, and then lava flooded in. I mean, magma flooded in, and as you can see, it's still flowing here. It still hasn't completely flooded in yet, but it will. And unfortunately, my some of my dwarves died. They got hit by that magma, and their bodies are unrecoverable. They're gone. So I can't even give them a proper burial. But as the lava was flowing in, I ordered my surviving dwarves to build this wall around the staircase, so that stopped. At least I managed to stop it from flooding the staircase. But this, I didn't mean to do that, but it happened. Anyway, but I did get the caverns here. And this is the third cavern. There were supposed to be two more, but I never hit it for some reason. There must be water or something, because it shows these droplets. Well, anyway, I just wanted to say I missed all the way down. I missed it every time. There's two more cavern layers somewhere. I don't know where, but I haven't hit them yet. But anyway, and this I set this up so that when I breach the caverns, plants and stuff should start to grow in this mud. And I intend to make it several layers high, so I can probably use it like as a tree farm or something to grow trees. If not, just as a pasture to put my animals. Because I still, I can't have grazing animals yet. Maybe in time. But anyway, those dwarves that died, I have to make a memorial slab to commemorate them, or else their ghosts will come back and haunt the fortress. I can't give them a proper burial as I would like to. I do have a tomb here, and as you can see, unfortunately, I've lost a number of dwarves already. There's this guy. I think he was the first one that died. He had an inspiration or whatever, and he took over one of the workshops, but he wanted something I didn't have. I forget what it was. I think it was logs or something. I don't know. But obviously there's no trees on this map, so I couldn't provide the logs, and I didn't have any on hand because I used up the wood I had. So eventually what will happen is, if your dwarves can't, if they want to make something and they can't, eventually they will, they'll go insane, and they'll either become melancholic and eventually starve to death, or they will go berserk and start attacking other dwarves and eventually get killed. And I forget which happened in his case, but it's happened 2 or 3 times so far. This guy also, I think he Anyway, I haven't played this in a few days, so I kind of forgot what happened with all these. But I also got attacked at one point by a giant. And I don't even know what this is. I think this was either a visitor to my fortress, or maybe he's one of my own dwarves that died somehow, but I haven't got him buried yet. I don't know. And I still have that polar bear woman skeleton here. I thought that you could build a tomb and bury, give a burial to sentient skeletons that aren't members of your fortress, but I don't know how to do it. I couldn't find anything on the wiki that showed how to do that. There might be a way, but I don't know. Anyway, as you can see, I've made this into a maze where I can line a bunch of traps and stuff. I built an ice wall and put a roof over it. See, you can construct walls and floors, but another thing you can do, at least when it comes to ice, is you can designate a pit or pond area, which I've done here, and then you set this to make it the top of a pond. And what will happen when you do that is dwarves will eventually come and with a bucket of water from wherever you designated as a water source, and they will dump water in that green area. And when it's in a glacier or some freezing place, that water will freeze and it will create ice. It'll create both a floor and the wall. And then you can mine the wall. And that's what these boulders of ice are. And I've done that. I filled in all this with ice. It wasn't here to begin with. But however, this is a constructed wall that I built. And I looked it up on the wiki because I was curious about this. And apparently constructed ice walls do not melt. And even if this was even if this came into contact with magma, it still wouldn't melt. Not that it's likely that it ever would, but it should be stable indefinitely. Now this bridge, on the other hand, is constructed out of ice, and I'm not sure on that. It might somehow melt if it got hit by magma or something, but these walls should be all right. And I don't know what to do with these chunks of ice. I could probably build more walls or something. I don't know. But the thing is with these glacier biomes, they're a challenge because there's no trees or vegetation, so there's not a lot going on. But at the same time, they also become less interesting because, for the same reason, there's not a lot going on. There's only a certain number of animal types that spawn in, and it just gets the same stuff and not much variety. And no plants. It gets kind of boring after a while, I'd say. So, do I recommend playing on a glacier biome? Well, if you want the challenge, yeah. But it's beyond that, it isn't that interesting, really. You do get these Yetis, which are pretty cool. But thing is, only 5 to 10 Yetis will spawn in on your embark. And over time, if you hunt them or they end up getting killed for some reason, they'll eventually become extinct. So that kind of sucks. I would like to capture them in a cage, but you can't domesticate them or tame them, but you can capture them in the cage, and they live for hundreds of years. They live like up to like 1,000 years or something, which is far longer than this fortress is going to last. But if you catch them, you could probably like create like a, I don't know, a preserve and put them in it or something, and like, I don't know, breed them or something. But you can't domesticate them, and you can't really do anything with them. You can butcher them. They're not considered sentient, despite being humanoid. But that's pretty much the coolest thing you'll ever see here on a glacier, as far as the wildlife goes. And the reason this clothing is left here is because I got attacked. My fortress got attacked by a giant at one point, and that giant killed some of my dwarves. I think that that might be what the skeleton is. I'm not sure. I don't know. Like I said, it's been days since I played this game, so I kind of forgot what happened. But I ended up killing that giant here somewhere. And that stuff still laying there. I don't know. I forgot what happened. As you can see, there's merchants here right now at the moment. But, yeah, if anybody knows how you bury, I would like to, just to put her to rest, finally, but I don't know how to do that. The wiki didn't really say. Here is a windmill that I've constructed, as you can see. And I used wood that I got from the merchants. And this generates power from the wind, obviously. And you can use these axles to bring that power down into the fortress. And here I have a millstone, which can be used to grind plants like this cave wheat into flour, which can then be used to make food or sold or whatever you do with flour. This floor here is the floor above my farm, and as you can see, I had these channeled out, and I created the pits here, and I designated these as ponds, like this, and dwarves will come with buckets of water, and they'll dump it into these holes, and then when that water lands on the stone floor, it creates mud, and then you can construct farm plots on that, and that's what I've done here. And I've expanded the farm a little bit since then to now grow pigtails and dimple cups. Pigtails you can use to create thread, which you can then weave into cloth, which you can make into clothes. And the dimple cups you can use to make as dye, a blue dye, which you can dye the clothing with. And I've created I set up these workshops here. This is a farmer's workshop which can spin the thread from the pigtails into cloth. Or no, it spins it into thread, and then you take the thread and it goes into this loom here, and then that thread can then be woven into cloth. That's how it works. But there's also thread that can be made from animal hair, such as from these cows and horses and water, from the animals that I've slaughtered, basically. Now, the animal hair threads cannot be woven into cloth. Only the plant threads can become cloth for some reason. Anyway, and here's a clothier's shop where the cloth from the loom can then be used to make these various things, like bags. And you use bags to put stuff in, like sand or whatever, or seeds. And there's various types of clothing you can make for the dwarves. And then it can be, you can take that clothing to this dyer's shop and dye it blue, and dye the thread blue with using that the dimple cup. And there's other kinds of dye too, but you have to get those from a merchant. I can only grow the dimple cups on this map. Anyway, I don't know if anybody was interested to know that, but I just thought I'd explain that. And you can see some of the dwarves, like this guy here, is wearing blue, and that's some of the clothing I've made since I've set this up. And as you can see, there's a lot of details about these dwarves. What their religions are, their civilization, etc. And they all have their own unique, like, personalities and stuff. As you can see, this guy, he he does not easily hate or develop negative feelings after seeing a polar bear woman's dead body in 100. So that dead polar bear woman's body, that from the start, has had an effect on the dwarves when they observed it happen, which is kind of interesting detail. Well, anyway, I rambled on here. I don't really know what else to say. It's, I didn't think it'd be worth it to make a let's play of this or anything, because I don't, to be honest, I'm not that good at playing this game or anything. I just know, like, some of the basic stuff about it. And I've had to consult the wiki a lot for various things to get as far as I have, so I'm not really one to, you know, show you how to play this game or anything. I don't really know myself, to be honest. I mean, I know I'm not an expert or anything. But I just wanted to show the fact that I've reached the caverns. That's basically it, really. And when I got down to 100 here, I started like building here at this floor, because I'm going to make right here, I'm gonna put some those commemorative slabs for those dwarves that that got killed by the magma. This is gonna be a tomb. I'm gonna have this dug out. I'll unpause the game. I don't know if anybody's gonna come right away. And I'll show you what I'll do here. Basically, I'll place doors and then place the slabs. And since I can't give those guys burials as I should, the slabs are the next best thing, and that keeps their ghosts from coming back and haunting your fortress. Yeah, once you make this slab, you also have to engrave it, and they've all been engraved, I think. But you also have to place them somewhere. The dead are buried in coffins. Coffins must be placed in their own tomb zone in order to work. Citizens that cannot be buried properly can still be memorialized on slabs. Slabs are created and engraved at the stone workers' shop. But I want to make sure it's the ones that are engraved, though. Yeah, this is how you choose the ones. Okay. Put these doors. Now that sound effect, I think, means Someone had an inspiration or something. Yeah. This building has been claimed by this guy, a jeweler. He's gonna make some unique legendary artifact, but he's got to have all the right things he needs, or else he'll freak out and go insane and end up dead eventually if he doesn't get what he wants. What's this doing here? Oh, that's because I canceled it before it was placed. Now this guy is memorialized. I don't think you even need the doors. I'm not sure though. You might not need to with the caskets, you need to create tombs. But I don't know if you need to make a tomb for slabs. I'm not sure, to be honest. See, that's why I say I'm not really somebody to tell you how to play this game, because I don't even know myself. But if I was to set burials, I would do what I've done here. Oh, something has died. A ghostly dwarven child has been put to rest. Well, I don't see anything there. What was there? I don't get it. Was there a ghost there or something? There's probably nothing there now, but I don't know. Anyway, that's the thing that can happen. If you don't bury your dead, they come back as ghosts. And the ghosts can cause problems to the fortress. So that's why you want to lay your dead to rest. And if you can't bury them in a casket, you need to create those slabs and engrave them, or else the ghosts will be upset and haunt your fortress, and they will, cause problems. Now you can designate tombs specifically for whoever you want, or if you just leave it as a generic tomb, then somebody will eventually get auto-assigned to be buried there. This guy probably was somebody that got killed by the giant that attacked the fortress a while back, because he got mangled up pretty bad, as you can see. I wish I had a screenshot of the description of the manner in which they died, because it's pretty horrific, to be honest. Some of them. But that's gone now. I can't show it now. This guy, he's wearing new clothes, it seems like, but it's not been dyed. It's just the regular white cloth. And this is a he has crippling shyness after wearing old clothing in the year 103. See, I took way too long to set up my clothing industry, more than I should have. So they was wearing old, worn-out clothes longer than what they should have. But the reason why is because I was trying to find the caverns. And I never could find the caverns. Until now. Anyway, and you can use the mouse to do this, but you can also use hotkeys, which is faster if you know what to do. I just want to lay those guys to rest so that they won't, so that they'll have peace, you know. So I want to make sure to select the correct one and not just some unengraved one, because if it's unengraved, then it's not memorializing anyone. And that's the last one, I guess. And, like I said, you don't need... I don't think you need the doors. I'm not sure. The reason you need the doors for the caskets is so you can mark off individual tombs, but I don't know if that's necessary for these slabs. It might not be. I don't know. Anyway, there's a petition. See, after your fortress grows to a certain size, people will start to petition you to build certain things like this. They want me to make a temple, and I have made some temples, but maybe not for this one, the crystalline faith. So I'll prove that and hopefully eventually get that done. Now here is, I haven't set this up yet, but I wanted this to be a bedroom. No, it's going to end up being a dormitory because there's 2 beds in there. So I have to remove that. Well, anyway, I just wanted to make that be the bedroom for the noble, the Countess of Paperlance, this dwarf here. She needs she needs all this stuff. She needs a throne room, a great dining room, mausoleum. See, a normal, she doesn't want a normal tomb like she wants a mausoleum because she thinks she's better than everybody else. And she's issued this decree here banning the export of windows and leather armor. And that's you can't sell that stuff to merchants because of that decree. But anyway, I made this. This is gonna be like this is gonna be her bedroom, and she needs an office and a dining room. To be honest, I don't know if this is gonna be big enough for what she thinks she needs or wants. But I had this. This was gonna be a work in progress. This was gonna be the bedroom. But she has a husband, and that's why I put 2 beds in here, because I thought that married couples, the married dwarves need 2 beds rather than 1. But I could be wrong on that. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. I should just shut this video off right now, I guess, because I think I've covered all that I wanted to say, and that's pretty much it. So anyway, thank you for watching, and have a nice day.